Uh, Good morning. So today we are going to learn about solar system. So the basic evolutionary theory explains that the early account of how sun, the earth, and the rest of the solar system were formed are to be found in the early mythical stories or mythology around the world. So none of these can be considered a very serious scientific accounts, but earlier scientific attempts have been taken to explain the origin of the solar system, evoked like collision of consideration from a uh, gas cloud, the discovery of island, universe, which we know of to be galaxy. Um, then there was a thought to confirm that the latter theory was not quite appropriate. So then we came across another theory like nebula hypothesis, where it was said that the hydrogen and other gases that swirl around and condensed into our sun and its planet. So that is nebular hypothesis, saying that the most widely accepted hypothesis, although, but it said that it was due to the hydrogen gases and the other gases which were around, nebular gases which were around and condensed to form our sun and the various planetary system or heavenly bodies in our system. Then we have fusion theory, where they had said that one day a sun bursted open and the planets and the moon shot out of a very high speed and went into their respective the path that they are following in today's time, and then they stopped and started orbiting the sun as the moon began to orbit the planet. So that is a fusion theory of explaining how our solar system had come to an existence. Then we have capture theory, that is the planet and the moons that are flying around, and some were captured by a sun and began to encircling the planet. Okay, so the capture theory, that is in this it is said that the planets and the celestial bodies which were flying around the sun, which was captured by the gravitational pull of the sun and began to circling around. Then accretion theory, that is the pile of space dust and rock chunks, pushed together into our planet, and to another pile are pushed itself into our moon, and this then they started rotating and encircling around each other and formulating into a planetary system. Then planetary collision theory also says that our world collided with small planets and explosion threw off the rock which became moon and then began to orbit around us. Okay, the celestial collision theory says that the our planet or moon and the sun spins off from the collision between the stars. The gaseous cloud theory says that the gaseous clouds were captured by our sun, but instead of being drawn to it, they began to swirl around the sun and themselves started formulating planets and moons. Gas. So we have known about gaseous theory here. Then nebular theory, gaseous theory, and so on. So to start with the formation of the solar system, it is our sun, and everything that travels around it is part of its solar system. So nearly about 5 billion years ago, our solar system is that old. So it is nested inside a very large galaxy of star that is called Milky Way. So it is nested on the edge of a, a galaxy system or galaxy star that is called as Milky Way. Solar system is elliptical in shape, so it has an elliptical orbitary and not of on same plane. Like what you are able to see here, it is not on same plane. Each of these planets have their own plane of revolution around the sun. They do not revolve around the sun in the same parallel planes, but they have their own orbit system. Okay, so but it is shown here in this way so that it is easy to understand and see the spread of the planets. Okay, so like Mercury being the first planet close to the sun, it is one of the fastest moving rotating planet around, and it covers sun rotation in very fast. Venus is the next one. Then you have Earth and Mars. Then we have what do you call it, a asteroid belt, and then there is next set of planets which starts with Jupiter being the largest planet. Then we have Saturn, which is also with the ring, and we have Uranus and Neptune, and at the end we had Pluto, which has been dropped out from the planetary system. It is no more considered a planet. Earlier, we used to say that we had 9 planets, but it is not. We have 8 planets, and Pluto has been dropped off from the planetary system as it does not follow the rules or the norms of the planetary of the planets that we explains. Okay, and then at the end we have Kepler belt. That is also an asteroid belt known as Kepler belt. uh, there we have a very important what do you call, part of our solar system, that is Eris. And we have again another very important uh, what do you call, asteroid in the asteroid belt, that is called Ceres. Okay, so and so on. Like if you see, Earth has got its own a moon. Similarly, Saturn and Uranus also have their own moons. And then Neptune. And so we can say that it is made of 8 planets. There's a dwarf planet, and around 170 moons. Then we have other celestial bodies like asteroids and comets, which is also rotating around our moon. Like Halley's comet is the one of the most frequently visiting comet in our solar system. It visits our solar system in about every 75 to 80 years. So Halley's comet is also part of our solar system. We will talk about comets in another lecture, but so far we are talking about solar system. Now, the first planet, that is Mercury, then the second planet being Venus. Venus is also known as the twin planet to Earth. It is similar to that of Earth, right? The third planet is Earth. Fourth is being Mars. Mars is a little bit different from that of Earth. And then we have the outer planet, that is Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus, and at the end comprising of Pluto, which is now recently dropped off. With the start of the Big Bang, let's understand how it started, the galaxy and the entire universe started. There's a theory called Big Bang theory that talks about the existence of the universe. So according to this, the existence of universe started with a sudden bang and everything came into being. So this occurred around about 13.7 million years ago, and theory is still now very accepted, not very wide scale. But nobody knows what was there before the Big Bang. At the time, the entire universe is inside of a single the entire energy of the universe was on a single pinhead it was restored. So as this, it exploded with the big bang, it started expanding. So universe is still expanding on a very alarming rate. Now there are theories that maintains various what do you call trillions of explanation for what big bang theory says, and the universe expansion and comprehensive speed from a pebble size of origin to a astronomical scope. Now scientists can be sure exactly how the universe evolved from the big bang. Many believe that as time passed and matter cooled, more devices kind of atom began to form, and they eventually condensed into stars and galaxies to our present universe. Now this is the surface of the sun. If you see these, what do you call these laps? They are the solar flares. Sun at the center of the solar system is the closest star to planet, and it's an enormous ball of burning gases. It is primarily of hydrogen and helium gases. That's why our solar system planet is known as the solo planet, because it was considered that this is the only planet to consist life. Now, containing of about 99.8% of the total mass of the solar system, Sun spins very slowly on its axis. It takes about 25 to 36 days to rotate on its axis. And the temperature of the Sun is about 1 billion Kelvin degree, 1000 billion Kelvin degree, and emits intense light and solar radiations. Now, where our planet is, where our sun is, solar system is, this is our shape of our galaxy. It is there are many types of galaxy. This is one of the type of galaxy. This is a spiral galaxy, and our sun is on the one of the limbs, or at the end limb of the galaxy of Milky Way galaxy. So the entire galaxy is known as Milky Way galaxy. Here, if you see this area is concentrated of many stars together. That's why it is illuminated so brightly. And rest are there are stars, but not as they are concentrated at the center, because it is spiral in nature, because it is continuously spinning. Okay. Now, two phenomena occurs simultaneously. The sun being the gigantic, it is a very powerful gravity, attracts all other objects in its solar system towards it. So these objects which are moving very rapidly, try to fly away from sun towards outwards and into the emptiness towards the space. As a result, the two forces they spread an eternity orbiting around the planet and stars. Okay, so because of this, it has a large gravitational pull. It starts rotating around the stars. Now this is a sun, and this is how it has a gravitational pull, and there's a two principal theory works here, that is centrifugal and centripetal forces. Centrifugal and centripetal forces are, one force is pulling inward, and the other force is pushing outward. So when you are when there are two forces which is working, so what happens is they tend to, whenever there is a centripetal and centrifugal collision of centripetal and centrifugal force, it will tend to move around. What happens, like if you tie a string to an end of a ball and rotate, okay, so there will be two action which is working. One is pull action, another one is push action. So one action is trying to expand and go further, and the other action is pulling, the string is pulling it towards the center part, and hence this is why planets are rotating around the sun, because of the centripetal and centrifugal forces that is generated by the gravitational pull. Now let's talk about planet. I know this looks, out of the, planetary imagination, but now planets are this, sun satellites basically. Like what we have, moon is a satellite to Earth. So similarly, planets are sun satellite. So a Greek word meaning wander, that means which moves around, is called, satellite. Uh, by definition, the celestial body moving in an elliptical orbit around the stars is a uh, uh, planet. Now, the controversy is that in 2005, the issue of clear definition for planet rose with the discovery of the trans Neptune, that is, beyond Neptune object named Eris, a body larger than the smallest planet that is accepted was Pluto. So, like I was telling, Eris is a very important part of our solar system, which was beyond the asteroid belt, capillary asteroid belt. So this, Eris being the larger body than that of a Pluto, had a large controversy erupted. That's why, because of this, it was declined from the position of a planet. Now, in 2006, the International Astronomical Union redefined what planet is. So, under new definition, Pluto, along with other trans-Neptune objects, do not qualify as a star. So many scientists have accepted this definition. Some in, astronomical, committee have still rejected it outright. So there are certain astronomical committees who have rejected it, but uh, you know all over, most of the scientists have accepted it by a definition that what a planetary defines. So the properties of a planet: the most must orbit a star. So a planet must orbit a star, and it does not, and it should not be emitting its own light. uh, must be a larger than about, 30 3032 miles larger. It should be enough so that its own gravity pull is, into the shape of a sphere. So it should be enough so that its gravity pulls it into a shape of a sphere. So then we have a clearer smaller objects out of its orbit by attracting a smaller bodies into itself. Okay. So the list of planets which we have is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune being the last one. Mercury is, this is how Mercury looks like. uh, Mercury, like in Greek mythology, like most of the planet names which we, in English, we follow is in the name of Greek mythology. Whereas when we follow, in planetary system in Hindi, we follow Hindu mythology of explaining planets, right? So, like Mercury, we have Venus, we have, other, uh, then Earth. Just hold on. Okay. uh yeah, like Mercury in Greek mythology, it is, Mercury revolves around sun, and as a fast as known, is a Greek god, is named after a Greek god, and revolves around the sun fast as known as to be swift on its foot. Okay, it is smallest planet and closest planet to the sun, and and the movement is that it revolves about 88 days. It takes to revolve around the sun in 88 days, and the rotation of the Mercury is about 59 Earth days. So, like, it is slower than the Earth rotation. Because it is more close to the sun, the gravitational pull is affecting its rotation on its own axis. Mercury in Hindi is known as Budh. Okay. Similarly, we have Venus. Venus. Again. Okay. Sorry. Let's complete this. Then Mercury can also be seen from Earth in early morning. The last star which sets just after the dawn is Mercury, and it is also known as morning star. Because it shines bright in the early morning sky, it is known as morning star. It is also an evening star because it shines brightest just after the sunset, and for a very brief period of time. So it is for a very small period of time you can see this evening star and morning star. There are notions that if you see morning stars and evening star, you can have some wishes around. Now, coming to Venus. Venus is also known as Shukra in Hindi. uh, Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, as per the Greek mythology, and Venus is known to be the most beautiful planet in our solar system. The brightest object at night time, reflective of clouds. So the it can also seen through the clouds, and it is one of the brightest stars in the sky that we see from the Earth. It is also known as the a twin planet of the Earth, the sister planet of Earth, almost identical in size, made up of almost the exact same type of material as well. Okay, so that's why this Venus. Now, why does not there is no life which is there on Venus? Because it does not have any ozone layer, which is protecting us from the harmful radiation of the sun. As a result, the ultraviolet radiation from the sun finds it way difficult, directly into the Venus atmosphere. So, consisting about 97% of the carbon dioxide, which creates a massive greenhouse effect that overheats the planet. Okay, so the atmosphere is toxic and contains clouds of sulfuric acid, chlorine, and fluorine. The moon, there is no moon. That means there is no satellite of this planet Venus. Now the movement is about 225 Earth days. It revolves around the sun. It takes about 225 days to revolve around the sun, and in rotation, it takes about 243 days to rotate on its axis. So the rate is very slow, so that days on Venus actually last longer than a year. So it is um, as it revolves around the sun faster than that it rotates on its axis. So the the day on Venus is slower than a year on of a Venus planet. So the rotate in the position is directly almost at all of all the planet systems. Now the highest mountain, that is Maxwell Mountain and Kempville Mount, are taller or as tall as that of Mount Everest. Oh, then we have Earth, our planet, homeland. It is the blue planet covered with, 90% of, almost 70% of the planet is covered with water, land, and many of the factors like, existence of ozone layer has made it possible life to exist. Our planet, that only planet that harbors life, and that is the third planet from the sun and the fifth largest planet on the solar system. It has one satellite, that is Moon. We that Also, this moon is also known as Luna. That's why we call it lunar eclipse. Lunar calendars that we follow. That is, Luna is the name of our satellite moon. Uh, then we have Mars. Uh, Earth is also okay. So we were in Venus, and I gave you the name in Hindi. Name for Venus was Shukra. Earth is Prithvi, we as all know, and or Dharti, you can say. Moreover, it is more accurate to call it Prithvi. When we are talking in terms of solar system, we more accurately we call it Prithvi. Then we come to Mars, which is known as Mangal. Okay, the god of war, Mars, the god of war, the red planet, the color of war. In Greek mythology, the god of war was Mars, also known as the red planet. It has two moons, Phobos and Deimos. Okay, so the largest volcanic mountain in the solar system, that is Olympus mountain, and three times taller than the Mount Everest. So Mars have two satellites, that is Phobos and Deimos, and the largest volcanic mountains or mountain which is there is called Mount Olympus, and it is three times larger than the Mount Everest. The movement of this planet is, it takes about 687 days to rotate, to revolve around sun, and to rotate it takes 24 hours 27 minutes, uh, slower than that of we say we have 24 hours, but it is not actually 24 hours. We have 23 hours few seconds. Okay, so similarly, here, the rotation of the Mars is quite similar to that of Earth, that is 24 hours and 27 minutes. Mars has once had rivers, streams, lakes, and even ocean, that we, and with an eventual study that we have found. Now, today, the only water on Mars is on the polar caps. So, polar caps have the frozen form of water. Then the next planet is Jupiter. Okay, that is the king of God. Jupiter is also known as Brahaspati. All right, King Jupiter is the king of God in Greek mythology, and it's the largest planet, and it has it's one of the magnificent features on the that you can see. After Sun, Jupiter contains most of the gravitational or mass after the Sun in this solar system. The largest planet and has no solid surface. It being the largest planet, it does not have any solid surface. Now, before Earth, and we talked about Venus, Mercury, Earth, and Mars. They are the four planets which are called inner planet, and after that there is an asteroid belt. Then we have Jupiter, which is an outer planet. Okay, and that starts with the one of the largest planet, and it does not have any solid surface, and is mostly made of hydrogen and water. Okay, so it has about 63 moons or satellites. The movement is about 4,331 days it takes to revolve around the uh, sun. This is because of it has the greatest mass and its own gravitational pull, so that's why it is slower to rotate around the sun. Now, it spins quite fast. It takes about 10 hours to spin on its own axis. Okay, now the great spot a huge storm that has existed of about nearly 400 years. So there are storms on the surface of the planet Jupiter which exist for many years together. You can almost call about, many, about centuries together. So so that constant red spot that you can see here on the planet Jupiter, let me show you the image here. This is a storm which is going for about past 400 years together. Okay, so coming back, which is more, much like a hurricane on the earth. So like it is a more like a cyclonic storms which is on the surface of the Jupiter, large enough to fit almost about 3 times the earth size. Saturn is the next planet with a ring on its head. So Saturn, that is god of agriculture. Saturn is also known as, you know uh, Shani. Okay, the Saturn is also known as Shani. Like Jupiter, Saturn is made of mostly of hydrogen and methane and helium. The most of the windiest and the lightest planet, as hydrogen and helium are the two lightest element in the universe. So it has about 61 planets, and it spins very fast due to the light weight. The most extensive ring system it has is consist of chunk of ice. So the ring that you can see in the Saturn, that is Shani, is made of ice and dust and rock materials. So they are more than, half a mile in size, and about 0.062 miles thick. Okay, it is almost as wide of a half a mile and about 0.65 miles together. So the amount, that is the movement, it takes about 10,759 days to move or revolve around the uh, sun, and its rotation is very fast. It takes about 10 hours 13 minutes to spin around its axis, because it is a light planet. Uranus is the uh, Aruna, planet Aruna, in Hindi, the Lord of Skies. Uranus is a gaseous giant, a blue planet due to the methane gas in its atmosphere. It spins on its axis, which points directly towards the sun. And the moon, there are about 27 moons and about 11 rings. There are 11 rings. If you see here Uranus, each of these are different. There are 11 strands of rings which is encircling them. Okay, so the movement is about, it takes about 30,687 days to go around the sun, and rotates about 17 so it takes about to rotate on its axis of about 17 hours. Then we come as Neptune. Neptune is also known as Varuna. First one is Aruna, and then is Varuna. Varuna, or the Neptune, is god of water or sea. So Varun, we know Varun itself means water. So imagine how Greek mythology is very close to that of Indian mythology. The god of water, because of the color of the planet is blue. The large planet has a huge, tonnage, because if the atmosphere is mixed of hydrogen, helium, and methane. There are 13 moons, and there is about 6 rings on its band. These rings cannot be seen; they are very faintly encircled. Movement, it takes about 60,000 60,190 days to revolve around the sun. It is since 165 years, it takes about 165 years to move around the earth years, around the sun, and it spins quite fast. It spins at a speed of 16 hours. So there is a shutter. Now, classification of planets that can be classified in the following ways, that is composed it can be categorized based on the composition, that is terrestrial or rocky planet, or jovial or gaseous planet. Then by size, whether this planet is small or big, that is also one of the way of characterizing planets. And by position, that is relatively to where it is positioned into the sun. That is, I keep on saying, the inner planets and the outer planets, right? So these are the classification of the planetary system. Okay, this is all for the your planet and the solar system. And I would like all of you to go to your LMS and take the quiz for the day.